Hello there everyone, it's Mark here, just coming to you with just some news and some kind of things going on with the church over the next few weeks. Obviously the government announcement on Monday was good news in terms of restrictions being released even further. So on Monday we know we're allowed to speak to other people inside and all that kind of other stuff. You know the deal, you can look up the actual restrictions yourselves. But as elders we met that night and we've realised that hey, we know that it is so much better for the church to meet in person than online. Online's good, it has served us so well over the last 12, 18 months, however long it's been. That's been good, but actually we're designed to be together. That's how God intended his people to meet. That's what the church has been doing for thousands of years. It's what we do, it's who we are. So as we're coming out of this, we thought, hey, what are the things which are going to hinder people from coming back to church, to meeting together, to being around one another? And we came up with 4 specific things. First of all, fear. That's one of them. That's a very real thing. We know people are worried about coming back. That's something that is a concern. We get that. The second one is not being able to sing. Again, understand that one. Third one is socialising. And the fourth one is the children and youth work. I'm going to talk a little bit about that last one in a moment, but just to say on the other 3, fear is something the enemy will use to stop you meeting together. And I don't know where you're at on that one, and it might take you days, weeks, or months to come to that place where you feel good about this. But we do know that everything we do here is so on par with all the rules and legislations. We are as safe as anywhere you will find, okay, in terms of meeting together with other people. And we're going to produce a little video which will help, hopefully, on that one to show you what's going on, to put your mind at rest. With singing, I think this has been one of the big breakthroughs for me, actually coming along on a Sunday and realising that I don't need to sing to worship. Now, do we love to sing? Yes. Are we looking forward to the restrictions lifted so we can sing together? Yes. But you don't have to sing to worship. And actually being in the same room with other people who've got their hands in the air, who are praising God, who are just enjoying the presence together. Because when we gather together, the presence magnifies, okay? That's a key principle. We're just enthusiastic and love seeing it happen. So that's that one. Socialising, obviously we can talk to one another inside now from the 17th of May. That's going to be really helpful, and as a church we can start to see that happen in the various restrictions or whatever that we need to look at, but that's something we can do. And at the moment we're looking at how we can do refreshments, maybe in a little marquee outside or something along those lines, just to help as we move forward. Now, with children's work, this is a big one. As a dad with 2 young people and someone who's in primary school, this is a big one. And we've been here as a family, and it is, I won't lie, it's slightly tough. So we thought, right, we need to do something. So what we're going to do is a programme. And I have to say, Ben and Elizabeth are doing a great job of connecting with the children, but we know it's so important that the parents connect with one another. And actually we demonstrate as parents that we can come back into this environment of church and worship together as families and connect together with those other families who are of a similar age. So this is the Cunning Plan, okay? So from the 23rd of May, we will have a room open for under 5s. That'll be open for all through the service, and you can go in there as parents whenever you are. We'll put a live link up into there as well, so you won't miss anything. So if you know you've got some friends with little children, you can pile them into that room and have a lovely time with them. We know the rules are different for under 5s than any other age group, so we know that's good. Okay, so that's going to happen. There'll be activities, there'll be some toys in there, and it'll all be set up quite nicely. For those who've got primary school children and youth children, we'll have some activity packs and some tables out at the back, so they can come along and they can engage in that, so you can worship together, and then someone preaches, and you get bored with me or whoever else is preaching, they can do the colouring. Parents, you might even want to do that yourself. So that's going on. Then we've got the 13th of June, we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to have a family service, and this family service will be aimed at the youth and the older primary age bracket. So if you're a parent of those guys, get along to that one, okay? It'll help introduce your children into this environment in a way that helps them then get back to normal. And then on the 20th of June, which is Father's Day, we'll have a younger primary school children age and sort of preschool age aimed family service. Now, if you're slightly older, if you can let families book in before, that's going to be really super helpful. You've got lots of opportunity over the coming weeks, and it won't be long before we're all together, but just to say, hey, that would be really helpful. And then on the 27th of June, with a fair wind and lots of prayer and the fact that everything's going that way, we'll be in a place where we'll have very, very few restrictions, and we'll be able to have 2 meetings again, and we'll be able to have children's work and all those other things. Depending on social distancing or whether that's required or not, we don't know. We might have to have a marquee for some of the children's/youth work, but we've got that in place, and that's all there. Now, that's all a load of work, and it does feel like the church is awakening, just as the country is awakening. And I know I preached on this a little while ago, but I just want to say, as we come out of this, there is a real need for us as a church body to be a church body. You know, Paul describes the body of Christ in 1 Corinthians 12 as being a body, and that everybody needs to play their part for the body to function well. For many people over the last 12 plus months, we've had very little involvement in serving or doing anything. And what we've seen actually is a load of people saying, hey, I want to step down from a certain team. That's cool. But I would say this, if you step down from something, you then have to ask God what he's calling you to step into in serving in church life. Because everybody needs to be involved in this. And it might be that you say, well, I want to now be part of the prophecy kind of thing. You go, that's cool. But can you prophesy and be part of the children's work? Well, I expect you can. Can you be part of the prayer team, but then be on refreshments because you can pray for people there? You know what? It's not black and white. So what I would ask, and the elders would ask, is say, hey, could you volunteer to serve in some way in the coming weeks? Because all the teams across the church need our help. We need to work as a body of Christ in this season. Now, I do know that for a lot of us, we've kind of got a spiritual atrophy that's kind of hit on. What do I mean by that? Well, when I had a shoulder operation 5 years ago, I had major reconstructive surgery and was in a sling for 3 months. And at the end of the 3 months, I couldn't lift my arm. The muscles had rotted away. You know, atrophy, it's called. They'd ceased to kind of be strong enough. So I had to have physio, and a nasty physio person made me do things I did not want to do. But that built my muscles up, so I got full movement again, and away I go. As we come out of this season, we need to realise that we have been slightly atrophic. I don't even know that's the word. Atrophy, you know, that's where we've been. That's who we are. And so we need to say, yeah, I need to stretch that out. I need to work in this. And serving is just a really important part of that. You know, we love community. We love connecting with one another. But we also all need to play our part in that as we move forward. So I'm really excited to see you all very soon. It's been lovely to see different people here on a Sunday. I'm delighted that that's the case, and I can give you a hug now as well after the 17th. So if you want it, you know, I won't force it. I'm not going to jump on it. It's okay. But I just want to say, hey, this is where we're at. We're looking forward to seeing one another, looking forward to the church being what it's meant to be. And if you can't make it along, we're going to keep live streaming. Don't worry, you'll still be able to see it online. And do go at your own pace. But I just want to encourage you to say, hey, can you serve? Can you get involved? And if you've got children and young people, let's get them here. Let's start that whole process together. Okay, bless you, church. Love you lots, and see you very soon. Bye.